Hello, dearies, and welcome to Win Stupid Prizes, the show where we ask the questions that nobody thought were worth asking. I'm Eddie, and I'm joined today by my favourite comedy duo, and they are Paul...
Or David Mitchell.
And Bear.
I'm the one of Bert and Ernie that's not Paul.
What a mix.
Thanks, Jeff.
What a duo. I got two straight men here today. Sorry to assume both your sexuality and your gender.
So beyond bringing me on board to be insulted.
Okay, well, guys, I've just got off the phone with the mayor of Amity Island, the town that we all live in.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
And he said there's a major shark problem with the beaches. They can't afford to close the beaches because it's tourist season, and that's the only time the town makes any money. It's the height of summer, as you can tell by the date the episode's recorded. But that proves it.
Got it.
And he's hired us to kill a shark.
Cool.
So the question today is, could we take down Jaws?
Poor.
Okay. Do we have to... Now, we've been hired to kill any shark.
Well, presumably...
We've been hired to kill Jaws.
If the deaths keep happening, we haven't succeeded. I think effectively we've been hired to kill the shark that's killing people on the beach.
So we can't just keep finding, like, tiny dogfish, bringing them in, being like, here's a shark.
No.
$10,000 more, please.
So this actually, in the movie, they find a smaller shark and go, we've done it. And then more deaths happen and they go, no, you haven't. So we have to actually get Jaws.
Okay, so we have to take Jaws out.
Yes.
Well, take down.
Have we considered dinner and a movie?
Okay, so he's focusing on the takeout bit.
I always consider dinner in a movie. How is that relevant to Jaws?
Okay, so we get a load of, like, takeaway food. We get on a boat and we just start trailing it behind us while playing the Jaws theme.
Okay.
Because that makes sharks appear, right? And the shark will just follow us wherever.
Yeah, Jaws only turns up when the music happens.
Yeah, the shark just follows us. We just lead it far away.
But just from that point of view, we just go to a different beach and play the Jaws theme really far away, and you'd be like, oh, and just swim afterwards.
Turn up eventually.
Yeah, we build a big cage, put a load of, like, Kebab and the Jaws music on. Kebab. Sharks love Kebab, right?
Jaws famously loves a doner.
Yeah, because you know what George wants is a stuffed pitta.
Grilled meat.
We dump a bunch of beer in Amity Island Ocean. Jaws gets a bit drunk. We have a doner kebab waiting at a different beach with the Jaws music playing. He swims over drunkenly.
Yeah, we pour just, like, a brewery into the ocean.
Well, that's going to be very, very dilute.
Oh my god, we're wasting so much beer. Paul and I are just there, like, under the beer.
What are you talking about? You throw it in the water and then Paul goes swimming and drinking the beer. Eddie goes swimming and drinking the beer.
I see. So I'm the bait now.
No, it's not bait. Like, it's like the levels of alcohol that we can handle, I think, are bigger than probably what a shark can. We charge people to go to the beach. It's full of beer, and now also it's poison to sharks.
Is it?
I'm going to make the opposite argument, because I think that any damage you do to a shark, it has a much higher threshold of damage than humans do. And poison is a type of damage, and beer is technically poison.
Yeah, okay. Right.
So I'm going to argue that sharks are actually more resistant to beer damage than we are.
Well, we'll have to find out. We challenge Jaws to a drink-off.
I'm down. I'm up for it.
Right, okay. So, to role-play this out, and I think we can understand vaguely what's going here.
We need some dice.
We need some dice. For God's sake. Do we need dice for this?
I've got dice within arm's reach if we need some dice.
You said roleplay. I assume you meant dice.
Okay, right, okay. So we got some dice. I think we've got a negative on this of at least 4.
Okay, so we got -4 to drinking
Do
beer.
you think Jaws has a good tolerance to beer?
Well, I think when it's put in the ocean so it's that dilute, yeah.
Oh no, I was like, we just drain the beach and fill it with beer.
Drain the... What are you on about?
You realise it's that ocean.
Drain the beach. What? Fucking computer scientist here hasn't touched grass in fucking years.
Is Amity Island a real place?
We take all the water out of the ocean, we send it to Mars so they can have it, and then we put beer in the ocean.
Fake.
I've got fantastic news.
Uh-huh.
Amity Beach is actually in Slough.
Great.
Never mind, we're not taking the job.
No, wait, sorry, I misread that. It's close to Slough, but it's not in Slough.
Right.
Where does Jaws Jaws take place?
Amity Island. If you Google Amity Island and hit maps, it takes me to Amity Beach near Heathrow.
It's New England. Okay, it's the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I assumed it was the Atlantic Ocean. It's New England. It says New England, so it must be
It's
Atlantic.
Massachusetts. I mean, that's where it was filmed.
So in our first venture for trying to kill Jaws, I think we had
to Slough.
spent a huge... Well, we had to Slough.
Realised we fucked up.
We have $10,000. What can't we do?
Well, no, that's our reward, not we get given it.
I did not accept the deal for $10,000.
Yeah, that's also quite a small amount. Inflation has not been kind on this film.
No, he offered me $5. I was like, absolutely.
Right, so we get a lot of beer. We attempt to drain the ocean after about 3 days. I think we give up.
Do you want me to roll for Jaws or us first?
I'll roll for us.
What dice are you rolling?
I don't know. What do the fans want to hear? D20 or percentile die?
I don't know. Let's put the episode out and ask.
Let's do both and then ask the fans which one stands. Okay, so first I'll roll a D20. That's a 6.
A 6.
Come on, Jaws, get in that one.
Oh, that's really funny. I got a 7 on my D20 for Jaws.
Okay. And now my percentile die. Now low is good on percentile. That's what we're saying.
Is it? I thought high is good, right?
Well, either way, I got 61. It's pretty middle.
No, I got 95.
Okay, so we'll ask the fans whether Jaws absolutely nails us in the drinking contest or whether he gets drunk immediately and passes out.
Well, I think we have to assume that we've not got him.
Sorry, we'll ask the fan.
The fan.
And they'll decide.
I think you'll find we have like a good 15 or so listeners.
Double digits. It's good going.
Yeah, I can name about half of them. So that implies the half of them I don't know.
So kebab and drinking contest we've thought about. What are some other options?
So I think we wake up the morning of the night before, stinging hangover, surrounded by kebab wrappers. We're like, did it work? And we just hear a scream from out in the bay.
Like, we've spent all of the $5 we earned on the job and had a fantastic night.
We just all got diarrhea, and Jaws is just lying next to us going, oh, my stomach.
I'm going to grab a quick snack, eats another couple of people to settle his stomach.
Okay.
We failed, guys. Need 8 more people. The hangover.
Okay, so I don't think we quite know exactly. We don't know if the music worked or not. That was one other thing.
I know, the music works.
Okay, the music works.
Yeah, the music works.
That's science. That's
Science.
basic,
Got
known
it.
real-life science. If you play the Jaws theme...
Yeah, the one documentary we have on Jaws, we can prove the music
Okay,
works.
got it. So my strategy was similar, was that we get a dead pig.
I thought you were about to say dentist. I was like,
A
what?
dentist.
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 A dead pig.
A dead pig and a dentist walk into a bar.
And we fill the pig up with
Dynamite?
dynamite. Yeah, dynamite. Actually, no. Is that going to work when wet? Maybe not dynamite.
Water dynamite, sure.
Water dynamite.
Let's just assume we Googled how to make a bomb underwater and didn't get arrested.
We put a bikini on the pig, give it to David Cameron for 3 hours. Go on the boat.
Oh, getting political
Throw
here.
it overboard.
Just to make a bit of money on the side. That's a side gig. That's a separate
gig.
gig.
We're only getting $5 out of this. We've already spent money on a dead pig.
That's so that we're allowed to make bombs in Slough.
Oh, we're getting $5. That's the most amount of money. What are you talking about?
We get the now recently tarted pig in a bikini, throw it over the side, stuff full of dynamite, and hope Jaws takes the bait, I guess.
Okay, and did you put a thing to blow up the dynamite?
Oh, so
Because I think this is true. I think like plastic explosives are edible.
still requires a charge. Well, we're going to go with the fact that I forgot, and Jaws has just eaten the pig, and I've realised that, and I'm going, how do we get a charge?
It's fine because we'll just do it again, but we find out how long a fuse we need to time with the music. Well, I was just going to use like a shop mannequin chock full of dynamite because he likes eating surfers and swimmers.
Okay.
Right? So just get a human-shaped thing, yeet that in the water with dynamite, and a fuse the length of the Jaws track.
Right, okay.
So that as the music culminates and the shark arrives, as we know is canon, the dynamite explodes. And because he's eating your pig, he's already got dynamite on the inside. That's double the explosion, baby.
Double the explosion. We do need to get him to eat a mannequin.
We also need to keep the fuse out of the water. So if he eats the human and then drags them underwater, water. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Okay, so he's eating the mannequin, and you've now got a trailing bit of cable to a box.
Yeah, which if we can relight might explode him.
Yeah, a traditional sort of plunger to go with it.
Every time we hit the plunger, the fuse like goes until it hits the water, then disappears. But we hit it again, the fuse goes, it hits the water, disappears. That's not how the fuse works, by the way.
Yeah. Also, do we like even have a boat? Do we have to pay for the boat or something?
Oh yeah, we're out there on an inflatable dinghy.
Are we just allowed to commandeer stuff?
Got a little rowboat.
Oh, good.
A peddler.
Wait, did we mix up the pig and the dinghy?
What?
We're out there floating on a bloated dead pig full of explosives.
Oh, we're dead so fast.
What?
Look, the thing we have going for us, right, is that Jaws can only swallow so much stuff at once.
We overfeed the shark, is what you're saying.
Feed the shark.
We have fed the shark a lot so far.
Great. So it's not hungry and it leaves.
I'm not saying we've solved the problem. I'm just saying we have a shark that's probably full for a couple days.
So they've got a couple days.
Just expecting Jaws to get bloated, like a goldfish, just appear sideways on the top of the ocean, bobbing for a few hours.
I was wondering, like, what do you eat? Like, okay, so every time I've had, like, a cheese night, I've eaten too much cheese, and it's been quite uncomfortable, right?
Okay.
So if we get, like, 10 kilos of cheese and a bottle of wine...
I think we need more than 10 kilos, mate. But I like the thinking.
I'm not saying to stuff it up, I'm just saying to make him have a, like, hurt tummy.
A really bloated couple of days.
We're going to hope that Jaws is lactose intolerant.
Probably.
It doesn't have much exposure to cheese, I assume.
Most animals don't have lactose tolerance.
He's currently doing a really good job of digesting C4, so
So cheese is the next step up.
I think we should maybe move away from just feeding Jaws for a while. 'Cause
Okay, right,
we
okay.
spent a few days just like going in the water, playing Jaws music and feeding him. We had the idea about the cage, but then it was too much effort to try and build a cage and embed it in the thing. We decided at the same time that we couldn't drain the ocean, and because we gave up on that plan, we also gave up on the cage. We're just like, no, our current plans aren't working.
threw everything out, complete reset.
Given how much stuff is getting eaten, I'd like to suggest a backup plan for us all, that we replace our teeth with those, like, cyanide capsule teeth, so that if we get eaten by the shark, we get... Hang on, so the cyanide just kills you.
Yeah.
Well, we need to look up whether cyanide is bad for sharks.
But if I'm chock full of cyanide and Jaws eats me, will that get it? Will that get Jaws?
I don't know. Humans might be very sensitive to cyanide in a way that not all animals are.
Like, well, I've already replaced all of my teeth with cyanide teeth, so
Oh, God.
if I eat anything too hard, I'm dead.
Eddie's now committed to soup and soup alone.
This was a backup plan that I committed to ahead of time, just in case Jaws eats me.
Okay, I've got a longer term plan as well.
Okay, I have to talk so carefully.
Okay, first everyone clack your teeth.
You nearly got me. You nearly got me.
Okay, I think we're going to struggle when we actually have to be directly involved with the shark. It's not our expertise.
Okay.
It's a big thing.
Uh-huh.
We're not particularly physically prowessive.
Well, I reckon I could take Jaws in a fight.
Yeah, I know you reckon that, and that's why you filled your mouth with poison.
That's the backup plan, right? Because if he gets the jump on me, I want to have a plan to take him out from the inside. That's why I've got a knife strapped to my leg, and I suggest you guys do as well.
Yeah, you're like, oh, if he jumps me and I die, then he can't say he won because he never got to fight me.
There we go, exactly. If we both die, there's no winner.
Plan C is just we chuck Ed in the water and bop him on the nose.
I'm just swimming around in between plans. I'm just plunging in the ocean and being like, fight me, you coward.
It's about to be like a spring break holiday, right?
Yeah, well, we're in the middle of it.
Yeah, I think it's summer.
So I think we make a cosmetics company.
Okay.
And we take a load of like Axe Lynx shower gel, depending on regional things.
Okay, yeah.
We fill it with microplastics as like an exfoliating scrub, and we just give out free samples.
I see.
Okay.
So we get everyone on the beach using this like very thick microplastic thing. We get them to absolutely poison the water.
I see.
And then just make it really hard for Jaws to breathe.
This is like, yes, we've fed him a carcinogenic. In 20 years, he's going to be riddled with tumors. It's like, well, I guess, but...
I thought for some reason when you were talking about plastics, I thought you were going further down the global warming route and be like, all right, if climate change kicks in, sea levels rise, Jaws is more... Oh, hang on a minute.
Well, no, I was expecting you to take the global warming stuff because that's tied to capitalism.
I did like the idea that you were starting a company because we always need more side hustles.
Especially if we're polluting. Yeah.
And starting a massive cosmetics company is a fantastic side hustle.
And also, here's the thing, like, if we catch Jaws, then we can do loads of animal testing specifically on Jaws. Because that's allowed, right? Like, that's
Yeah,
not...
I think shark testing is a really good one-to-one for human testing.
Not sharks in general, just Jaws. Like, we're allowed to use Jaws.
We've moved on from trying to kill Jaws to capturing him because we've realised of the potential of what we could do if we had this animal.
Think of the profits, Paul. Think of the profits. Won't somebody think of the profits?
One of the things that was useful about having a rat, right, is if you ever spilled, like, a little crumb of food, you didn't need to get the Hoover. You could just hold the rat by the body and, like, point its head at the food. So maybe if you, like, scale that up, you could use Jaws to, like, clean up crime scenes or something.
What?
You know that great white sharks are impossible to keep in captivity, or so far as we're aware, they are impossible to keep in captivity. No one has ever succeeded. So, like, you've picked the wrong fucking animal.
I have this mental image now of a really big white shark on top of the Empire State Building.
Why on top of the Empire State Building?
Because that's what King Kong did, except it's a massive shark.
Well, just King Kong, except it's just a normal shark.
Oh, good, yeah, all right. A slightly larger than normal shark climbs the Empire State Building, captures a woman on the way up.
No, you have a point. You're onto something there. Let's get a load of nuclear waste and just dump it in the beach, right?
And get Godzilla to do it, Jaws.
Jaws will become giant and become a threat, and Godzilla will show up to fight Jaws.
The new monster universe, Kong versus Godzilla versus Jaws.
And it's just a giant Jaws just flapping around.
There is a film, Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus, which is one of my favourite conceits for a film of all time.
It is up there with Sharknado being like someone had 2 minutes to come up with an idea and gave up in the last 30 seconds.
Well, we also know from Infinite Craft that we can make Sharktopus-nado.
Sharktopus-nado.
You can make anything in Infinite Craft, even a giant shark to fight Godzilla. Hey babe, I know I say this a lot, but we really could use your help in getting a few more ears on this bad boy. I'm not suggesting you sully your social feeds with reposts of the episodes, unless you want to, of course. But if you're having a conversation and remember a joke you heard on the podcast, or somehow you learned something from this show, why not just mention, this came up on a podcast I was listening to called Win Stupid Prizes. It only takes a few seconds, and it's honestly little tidbits like that, which is how I get most of my recommendations, so I'd really appreciate it. In fact, and don't tell the other listeners this, but you're my favourite.
Right, okay, so we've now just got an even bigger shark. And
There's always a bigger shark.
This is true, there is always a bigger shark.
And maybe Godzilla's going to help us or not, depending on what mood he's in.
Godzilla usually helps when there's another monster, right? If there's another monster around, Godzilla's usually helpful.
Is it helping or is it just a monster that's trying to deal with their own territory?
Yeah, is it just territorial?
Yeah, it's just...
I think Godzilla often is on the side of Earth.
Yes, and humans are not necessarily Earth per se. We're just there.
Are we going to have to do a deep dive
No.
into whether Godzilla has, like, good intent?
I think that's a different episode, champ.
You say deep dive, I'm going to Google, is Godzilla good? And we're going to take whatever the first answer is. It's probably going to tell me if the... Godzilla is 4.2, apparently. So it's pretty good. As soon as I hit enter, I was like, it's going to give me how good the movie is, and it's going to give me how good the movie is.
Okay, I think, yeah, Godzilla often ends up helping for whatever reason.
Okay, well, on the assumption that he's lost and Jaws has bitten his head off.
Okay, so we've got a giant nuclear shark.
Giant nuclear shark. One dead massive lizard.
To be fair, I mean, like, if Jaws got that big and finished eating Godzilla, he probably wouldn't have an easy time getting enough food anymore.
It's a long-term strategy again.
Yeah, we feed him so many kebabs that he gets used to having like 1,000 kebabs a day, and then we cut him off and he's just like, damn, I can't, I'm dead. I'm starved.
We're just trying to make Jaws, like, fat. And then be too slow to eat humans anymore.
We're back to just feeding Jaws again.
I think if we invoke Despicable Me rules, right, Jaws gets big, eats Godzilla, gets small again, but Godzilla's still big, and so he explodes due to the size difference.
But does he explode into lots more Jaws?
Oh, God. Now you're invoking Sharknado rules.
Oh, no. Jaws was Pregnant?
Jaws was actually 100 big sharks in a trench coat.
Okay, let's go back to before we made Jaws giant. Maybe we shouldn't make Jaws a giant nuclear monster.
Yeah, let's re-invoke Despicable Me rules. He shrinks back down at some point.
Paul mentioned a pig.
Okay.
What if we make like a gummy pig, full size,
Yeah.
and just feed Jaws sugar
Okay.
and give him bad teeth?
Oh.
But like so much sugar that it decays the ones ready in the back of the mouth as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't sharks like replace their teeth continuously?
Oh yeah, but I don't know how long it takes them to grow a new. I know they've like got a wheel of teeth ready to go.
I'm going to be honest with you, I thought you were going to try and give Jaws diabetes. I thought that was another long-term plan again.
That would probably do it.
Okay. If I take my blood and inject it into Jaws, then Jaws gets my diabetes.
Is that how that works?
Hang on, I have to now Google the term, do sharks have pancreas? It does! They have a pancreas! We could give them diabetes!
So Jaws gets my diabetes, my intelligence, and my ADHD.
Oh my god.
I don't think this has helped.
It's really hard to tell what this does to Jaws, because on the one hand, he's got Bear's intelligence, on the other hand, he's also easily distracted.
Yeah, we just dropped terraforming Mars in the water, and he's like,
Eats terraforming Mars?
He doesn't have opposable thumbs. Can't move any pieces.
Well, I mean, he's still a shark. He still wants to do the shark thing to it.
Drop a waterproof PC and one of them shark mice into the container and he just starts playing video games. Forgets to eat.
So I think we're wildly out of our depth, and I
Hey,
think
good pun.
we need to get another. I think we need to get a sub-consultant.
A submarine. I hear what you're saying. We need a submarine. We need to go deeper.
I was thinking we need to employ the assistance of Wile E. Coyote to assist us here.
Oh my god.
I think the insurance premiums will take out all of our profits, but let's go. Let's see what you're...
That, and we might be sued by Warner Brothers. But
Okay, so what's Wile E. Coyote going to do other than blow himself up?
well, I think that's probably the point here is that we go, hey, how are you going to deal with this? And we're going to end up building a crane with a massive anchor and a bit of grain underneath, or we just get the pig back and we try and slam an anchor into Jaws from high up above.
I just want to understand, is your plan here to get Wile E. Coyote so that we fail in a comedic way? Is that...
I think mainly it was because all of our ideas weren't working and we needed someone to think outside of the box.
Okay.
And Wile E. Coyote is a definite well, no, he's not an outside of the box thinker. He has one box, and every single time he opens that box, it's the same solutions.
Yeah, it's whatever box he bought from the company that sells the solutions.
Well, okay, maybe that's the point, is that Wile E. Coyote is currently trapped in a legal case and his film has just been cancelled, so he's in a real bad mood.
I think we can use Wile E. Coyote logic in our favour by accident. Like, if Wile E. Coyote is trying to catch Jaws, he paints a tunnel on the side of the ocean floor. Jaws disappears into that tunnel. Wile E. Coyote slams into it. We then scrub out the tunnel. Jaws is trapped in the ocean's core.
Or, yes, that is an idea. Now, here's the thing. Is Jaws now smart enough to know that he can leave it by drawing a picture?
He has Bear's intelligence, so yes.
Yeah, Bear's intelligence. However, does Bear's ADHD allow him to sit still long enough to finish the colouring in?
Depends if he's interested in it. If there's nothing else down there.
It is currently just a black hole at the moment. It just needs to escape. It just needs to colour in a black circle.
Maybe he just draws himself and now there's two Jaws.
Oh, great. So we've now got two Jaws.
Oh no.
I was wondering though, like, is there any use in listing, like, the help of a different sea creature?
Okay, so we try Godzilla. What are you thinking of?
Well, like another shark, like if we just clone Jaws or make a robot Jaws or like
Mecha Jaws.
play a slightly off-key Jaws theme and see if we get like an off-license Jaws.
Play it on the automaton, see what happens.
See if there's I'm sure there's someone's done like a reference the Jaws theme in a piece of media somewhere without it being...
Okay, so we try and get off-brand Jaws to fight Jaws.
Well, I'm not sure. Are they going to fight or are they just going to team up?
We get Teeths to fight Jaws, do we?
Teeths, is that the name?
No, we'll get the James Bond villain Jaws to fight Jaws.
Oh, shit. We get Doofus McGee that's huge with metal teeth.
Who will win in a bite-off? I'd probably still put money on the shark.
Yeah. But however, we do technically get to claim the $5 because we have dealt with a Jaws.
For $5 more, we'll deal with the other one.
I think we walk up to the man and be like, I'll take that $5, thank you. And he goes, well, I guess.
I asked you to deal with the shark problem. I didn't specify Jaws. We didn't know it was called Jaws.
Or the mayor's like, I'm not paying you, and James Bond slips us a $5. Like, you really fixed something for me there.
Well, he slips us £5, which obviously is worth way less than $5, but we'll take it.
We don't understand this disgusting currency.
I mean, like, I appreciate a $5, but a $5 barely buys a beer. beer. $5 buys anything.
To be fair, I think actually what he's done is he's actually given us change up to so it's coins, and we don't understand what the coins are.
He slips us 5 rubles and says, "From Russia with love," and then winks and leaves.
America cracked down on us. You've been fraternizing with the Russians? You better take down that shark or you really are going to be in trouble. Oh no, now the government's on our ass.
Okay, have we tried putting in a big net around the beach so that people can swim?
Just install a shark net. I thought someone else would have tried that.
There does say in the movie they put advanced security measures, but they don't specify what they are.
What does that mean? Does that mean like a guard with a key card?
I assume they just have more police at the beach.
More deaths happen.
If we have more guns on the scene, then the shark can't hurt anyone.
I've just had a quick Google. There are shark nets, yeah.
Shark
Yeah,
nets,
they exist.
okay.
I don't know how effective they are, but they exist.
We just sort of see in the distance a big shark just jump the net. Like, oh,
Just free willied the net.
fuck. Except he's jumped into the enclosure.
It's learning. Clever girl.
Yeah, why have we been... I've just... From reading about shark nets, like, why are we being hired instead of anyone from Australia?
Mainly because we said we'd do it for $5.
That's a lot of money, Paul!
Hey, thank you. They're backing me up on this. I don't know if this bit has made it onto the podcast, but as far as I'm concerned, $5 is the most amount of money.
Yeah, and then Australian person would ask for $5 Australian dollars, which is less dollars than $5.
Correct. Though it is still $5, so it does have a lot of inherent value.
Yeah, but I think there's a mistrust there with the fact that it's $1 that doesn't look right.
Yeah, that is the problem. You would figure it out, but you might be able to sneak it off, as a $5.
What about sea mines?
Yeah, naval mines all over the beach.
Just put naval mines everywhere.
And tell all the drunk kids just to stay away from them.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, I think that'll work, I think telling all the dumb teenagers just stay away from the mines, you'll be fine, is gonna work like a charm.
While all the mines in the beer water.
It's a beer. Yeah, that'll work.
And I think we have to make sure that we put them close enough together so if one gets set off, it's just a chain reaction.
Yeah, that'll definitely. That way we get guaranteed that we get Jaws in the explosion when he sets one of them off.
Yeah.
Because one might not be enough,
Yeah.
but all of them will be.
Yeah, exactly, we're fine.
So, a slightly more tame, not solution, but helpful thing.
Uh-huh.
Can we get one of those, tracker guns and just, shoot Jaws early on so that we can just find out where he is?
That's actually just a really good idea.
Yeah. We just except we now have to have we don't have to, but we can have a Jaws klaxon. Jaws klaxon. Sort of like a slightly mundane version of a tsunami alarm.
Yeah, you
it's
could.
just sort of like Jaws is coming.
That is actually just a really good idea for preventing people from dying. Just have a Jaws detection system in place.
Yeah. So we haven't defeated Jaws, but we definitely made it safe for people to swim.
Yeah, half an hour in, we've made the area a little bit safer.
Assuming we can actually shoot Jaws, which, I don't know.
One of my plans was just set up with a sniper rifle and then get some bait and just snipe Jaws at some point.
Why don't we employ the best sniper we have?
Well, I know what you're going to say.
What about Toad? I think we found the ultimate solution to all problems is an infinite number of toads, and one of them with a sniper rifle.
It would also increase the tourism in the area, so the mayor would be up for it.
Is this how we're tagging Jaws, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
So, we're getting a boat, we're throwing Toad in the water with a tow line and a sniper rifle, and when Jaws comes to try and bite Toad, shoot it with the tagging gun.
Yeah, that would work, and we'd lose one toad, big whoop. What are we going to do about
And
that?
a sniper rifle, yeah.
And a sniper rifle.
Chock the toad full of cyanide while we're at it.
No, we need it to be cyanide capsules.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right, yeah.
We need Toad to be alive and thrashing for Jaws to be interested.
You're right. Give Toad the cyanide teeth treatment.
Oh, I now need to Google something.
Are you Googling, do Toad have teeth?
Yes, it's literally, does Toad have teeth?
Just get an image of Toad up. Why would I Googled Toad and of course I got the frog?
We don't need them to be teeth cyanide capsules. We just need a balloon full of cyanide in the stomach.
Toad doesn't obviously have teeth. Oh, it did in the movie though.
Oh, he's got teeth.
Not necessarily in the games.
Might not be canon.
But does in the movie.
Not necessarily canon teeth. This is what Nintendo needs to answer.
Is the movie... Yeah, the movie isn't canon, I suppose.
Does a bullet bill have cannon teeth?
Oh, it has a smile, doesn't it?
Ooh.
Cannon teeth is all I was
Nah, it means that we have a bullet that we fire out of the sniper rifle, in which the bullet has teeth that can be cyanide.
Look. We can't just have everything from Super Mario to deal deal with Jaws. If we had the Mario world here, we could just jump on Jaws and it'd be like, shit, you got me.
That's true.
No, you have to jump. I'm a boss. You have to jump on me 2 more times.
I think we can definitely get 1 toad, 1 sniper rifle, no teeth, so can't do the cyanide thing, but it can tag Jaws for us. I think that's valid.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, we've got Jaws tagged.
And we know where he is.
Circling back to an idea that happened previously, right? We gave Jaws bear's blood, and it got diabetes, but also bear's intelligence.
Yeah.
If we gave Jaws my blood, would I be able to fight it?
It's an interesting point. It's just you versus you then.
Yeah, me versus shark me. Would it be up for the fight at that point?
Interesting.
Are you asking, would it be up for the fight?
Yeah, like, I'm splashing around between planets, I'm splashing around in the water.
It was always up for the fight, Eddie.
Wait, what?
Jaws was always up for the fight. You didn't need to give it your blood to make it up for a fight.
I've been splashing around in the water between planets and it's not fought me yet. I've been calling it a coward this whole time. You're telling me it's actually just going to turn up.
I've noticed that every time that you go out to splash around and fight Jaws, you pay a lot of attention to the Jaws tracker location before you do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You go into the beach at safe times and say, fight me, Jaws, fight me. And then he doesn't. You're like, oh, he's a coward. I must have won.
You know, we only just got the tracker on. So, I definitely did this at least once before after we fed Jaws really well.
On land, yeah. You were in a kiddie pool next to the beach.
I don't know what. No, I was in the water. I mean,
You can get in there.
that's where Jaws exists. Look, anytime, and name any place. Jaws, name the time, name the place, as long as it's on land, and I will fight you.
We've talked a lot about beating Jaws, like killing Jaws.
Overfeeding Jaws.
Have we tried the diplomatic route?
Negotiate with Jaws.
We haven't tried negotiating with Jaws.
I think we have already tried appeasement by feeding Jaws.
What's your plan here, Jaws? Jaws? Bear?
Yeah, like what's Jaws' motivation? What's Jaws looking for? What's made Jaws this angry?
Food.
Okay, so we put me in a diving suit, in like the old-fashioned diving suits at metal, and they got a big long hose. And we set up a desk down on the seabed, and I just sat there. It's like a long table, like, we're here to talk about this.
You bring a table down with you.
Yeah.
You just keep putting the table between you and Jaws.
Yeah, like, I want to talk. I'm sure we can come to some sort of negotiated settlement.
Okay, let's get a little electronic battery-operated candle, add that to the table, and some, like, flowers.
Oh, right, you're going back to taking Jaws out again.
Yeah, we're putting you on a date with Jaws.
We've gone full circle.
Paul, you've got to show Jaws a good time.
As the most eligible bachelor amongst these three, I have to now date Jaws.
Well, you were the one who threw yourself down with a table, so we're just dropping in the thing.
I guess so.
You're like, okay, I'm here to negotiate, and then down in the water floats like a dinner.
A dinner.
And a candle and flowers.
A menu. So, like, the shrimp looks nice.
Yeah, and then spaghetti.
The date I've asked for Jaws is in a boxing ring, so yeah, fair enough.
Paul, would you do the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti scene with Jaws?
With a diving mask. So it has to go all the way down the edge. And there's a piece of spaghetti that goes up out the
We'll
water.
put the spaghetti down your tube from the boat.
This is old-fashioned diving suit.
Yeah.
Not a new tank one.
No. Yeah, go on, I guess. I think I still die. But
Okay, well, no, we need to go back to the dice. Paul, can you roll us a number?
can you do that? I don't have any dice in available reach for me.
What die size do you want to roll?
I want to roll a D8.
I was expecting you to pick a D4.
I have a bit more self-confidence.
Okay, that was a 4 for me. Eddie, what did you roll?
Jaws rolled a 6. What does that mean?
I think Jaws is feeling it more than Paul is, and Paul has to let Jaws down.
How does Paul get out of letting Jaws down without being eaten? You text him the next morning.
It's not you, it's me.
Jaws is full of spaghetti, and Paul's got the metal table in the way.
Yeah.
Jaws is just like, wow, this was really great. When can we see each other again? And Paul's just tugging the line to be pulled up.
Let me.
It's just like, yeah, this was really great. Let me just check my calendar. I'll get back to you. And just as Paul rises away.
The actual having the old-fashioned diving suit has actually helped me out here, because it means that instead of when I come rocketing out of the ocean, I don't get the bends on the way out. I'm fine. Is that how that works? No, it isn't, is it?
Look, you've not been down there for that long. It's fine. We've been putting spaghetti down your breathing tube.
I would also argue the Benz is better than being eaten by a shark.
Fair point.
Look, okay, so we've tried to date Jaws, and now Jaws is emotionally upset as well.
He's emotionally upset, smart, full, and still hasn't accepted my invitation to a fight. but we do have a boat out on the ocean. When did we get a boat?
I mean, we've borrowed boats here, and we just take them. We just assume the mayor hired us, so we're just like, yeah, we're working for the mayor, and everyone's just like, it's my boat. That doesn't mean, no, we're like, no, we're commandeering it, get off. So, have we tried introducing Jaws to, I don't know, we could drop in a TV and like a lot of anime, and Jaws could just become a
Weep.
just spend all their time watching anime.
So Jaws becomes kawaii, but still needs to eat.
So we now have a intelligent, diabetic, emotionally destroyed shark.
I think our job is done.
Yeah, I think we're done here. We got a bloated, shrunken, emotionally destroyed shark.
Something's gonna get it. I think what we've really achieved here is just ruined its diet.
Yeah, okay, fair, yeah.
The other thing is, like, we've got modern day weapons, right?
Wait, we have
Do
modern
we?
day weapons?
We're more in the future than Jaws was.
This is true. Jaws came out in 1975, which is almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, I've got like a last ditch effort here, right?
Okay.
And I think it's actually pretty solid.
Let's hear it.
We tell the US military, we just give up, basically. We say, why are we doing this job? Like, none of these areas are things that we're particularly good at.
Okay.
We go to the US military, and we keep the $5.
Yeah, of course.
We say to them, hey, can you test a weapon on this shark or something? And they're just like, weapons test? Hell yeah. And they fire like a nuke at the beach.
I think just to like double down on this.
The US military loves testing their weapons.
You're right, but I think they might be like, why on this area in particular? And we're like, that shark discovered oil and needs democracy.
Yeah, freedom. There's a Russian shark. It gave us these 5 rubles. It gave us the rubles for free. We didn't even do business.
We have the 5 rubles to prove it.
It was communism.
The shark is a spy.
Look, they call it a great white shark, but I'm pretty sure it's red.
It's red on the inside.
Why don't you go over there and show it some white and blue?
We do take down Jaws with this weapon test, but we also take down the whole of Amity Island. You're gonna have to get some new tourists, but my god, is your shark problem solved, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, you know, the water might be irradiated, but it's got a really beautiful glow now.
So could we take down Jaws?
No.
Yeah, with the rest of the island. $5 well earned, boys. Thanks for listening, Anonymous Data Point. I know everyone tells you this, but as a tiny independent outlet, we really do need your support. So if you've enjoyed this stupid episode, please subscribe on whichever platform you're listening on. If you're feeling extra generous, you could rate and review us on Apple and Spotify. 5 stars, please. Or more importantly, you could recommend this show to a friend. Regardless of whether you do any of that, we really appreciate your listenership, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Well, you'll see us anyway. I mean, not see exactly. Nah, you get the idea.
There is a subreddit for tsundere sharks, which is just sharks saying like, I didn't want to bite you anyway, baka. People putting blushes and anime eyes on pictures of sharks.
That sounds like some real like toxic behavior. I didn't want to bite you anyway. As Paul gets yanked out of the ocean, Jaws like, I didn't want to date you anyway.